And ultimately, our goal is to open up locations all over the state of Florida, and the journey that we're going through to do that. Okay, we know how to run one location, we know how to run our business, but we really don't have any clue on how to expand into new marketplaces as far as to get traction and the advertising involved. So the things that are working for us here, we're at a very high percentage of word of mouth advertising, and that's just not going to work up there because they don't know us. We're trying to advertise into Sarasota, and I'm having a problem. So the Google ads, which I've used them in the past, and we have had success. It's expensive, but we've had success with it. I started some new stuff. Google is constantly evolving. It's constantly growing and becoming more and more effective, I guess. What Google wants the customer to have a good experience. Because if they have a good experience, they keep coming back to Google. That's the idea. So it works. So the Google ads, we're running those. I've had some really bad experiences with some marketing companies, and I'm running the Google ads, and we're getting no traction. And what I'm doing is I'm going into the incognito part of my computer, and I'm doing searches and trying to find our ads, and they're not coming up. So I figured out, well, that's not working. So I'm working with my Google Ads consultant from Google, and I'm going back and forth with them, and been doing this for about probably 5 months or 6 months. And we literally are just not getting any traction at all. It got to the point where I just turned all the ads off until I get done with what I'm about to tell you. So they tell me, you need to get a WordPress site, okay? Something that Google tags can be put on to. So we're using GoDaddy right now. I think it's called Website Builder, and I've used it for like 10 years. It was worked great for us, but what we found out is we made one big mistake. And we added selling t-shirts, and we put it onto our website, which, I've been told by Roger Wakefield, who is a lot further along in this journey, this YouTube journey than I am. He says, you can't do that. You can't have a commerce site and a brick and mortar site. Google doesn't like that. It's not going to show your ads. Okay. Now, they burn my ad spend, but we don't get any traction from it. I don't get that. So here's what's going on. Over the last 5 or 6 days, probably 10 days, I've been working on this website, WordPress. Now, for a guy that's my age, I can navigate this stuff fairly decent. Not like a 20-year-old that's been doing this and grew up with it, but I do pretty good with it. So I'm at the point where I'm down to my last couple pages on it. I'm putting my contact form on right now, and I'm going to have that done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach our Google Ads to this new site, and I'm putting it onto HostGator instead of GoDaddy. GoDaddy does not want the additional work that comes along with having these Google tags. Apparently the Google tags makes it a lot easier for people to hack into your site. So that's something I'm going to have to deal with. I don't know what I'm getting into, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going forward with this. Now, our site really needed an update anyway. We wanted to update it anyway. Logan and Talon and all that, it was working just fine for us. To me, it's just a big old brochure. So Mary, we got to that point, so we're almost finished with it. I should finish it up today or tomorrow. Angie's going to be out of town all week, so I'm going to spend all this extra time getting this figured out. And so at that point, I think that we're going to do a lot better up there in Sarasota, because now we're doing the Google Ads stuff the way Google wants us to. Now, we have authority. We have so many Google reviews. We're looked at in a very good way. Now, our website had lots of errors, and it wasn't being delivered in a lot of it beyond Google. It really wasn't being delivered anywhere else. So hopefully getting this new site in place is going to solve all those problems. So there was like 89 errors. So that's where we're at with that. So very important part of our business. That's going to help us expand into this next market. Working on my book cover for the Demolition book. I added some really cool cabinets that we got. We're going to put them on the back cover and just use a picture of the truck and a bunch of our employees on the front of the book. And I think that's going to look good. I renamed it and added some green language into the title. We did that yesterday. We're in the middle of videotaping some drone footage for Fort Myers Beach. Fort Myers Beach is going to be at its 2-year post-Ian anniversary in a few days, and we want to post a video on that. And it's a positive video about look at how much stuff we've got done in 2 years, which 3 months ago to today, it's amazing how much we've done. A lot of these houses are far enough along that they're painted and stuff like that, and they look really good. So we're doing that today, and so that's pretty much it. We put out a hour and 20-minute pretty much an explanation of why we had to tear the strand view down, and then all the way through the demo process. And we got 2,500 views on it since 9 o'clock last night, 8:30 last night. We had some trouble getting it to load, and I think that's pretty good. We're using some of the things that we learned from Vid Summit. We're basically, going in and leaving the cliffhangers and trying to help people, try to get them to drag them through the video. So we did some things with that. We're practicing and we're learning. We're growing. We're not getting the views that we should be getting, though. I think that the content that we have is very interesting. And I don't know if we're just just being terribly impatient or whether we're doing something wrong. So that's where I'm at. So we joined the mastery group, and this is the second Wednesday I did. Next Wednesday, Daryl will be on the call with us, and hopefully he's going to analyze some other people's issues. I'm going to throw some questions out there for him and see if I can't get him to look at what we're doing and to give us some behind the scenes input. All right. So, hey, have a great day. Entrepreneurship is awesome. It's great to work for yourself. I'm working 12 hours a day. I love this. I think it's cool. I love supervising everything over at Remove It Pros and being involved in the daily grind of that. We had something really interesting happen yesterday. We had a junk removal where this guy is a friend of a friend. My friend died last year. He had a weird form of cancer, and he couldn't reproduce. His blood couldn't reproduce. So he was getting transfusions all the time, and he ended up, it just, after a while, his body just gave out. Now he's a believer, he's in heaven. So, hey, good for him. When you're here on earth and you're going to leave earth, and you're going to heaven, you still got these regrets about leaving the people that you love. Me on my deathbed, I've done everything I wanted to do. So hopefully I'm right with the Lord. I think I am. So, but anyway, we meet this guy. He's a friend of this friend, and he's got the same thing, and he's dying. So he's trying to get his estate positioned so that so he's not leaving his wife with a mess. So he's got 30 years of working as a printer, and he tried to donate a bunch of this stuff, and we sent over the church that we're in a partnership with, and had them go through everything first, and then we went over to clean up the rest of the stuff. And a lot of it was supposed to already be gone, and it wasn't. But so we got all of his stuff. I mean, they practically took nothing from for the thrift store. I mean, they just don't have a specialized clientele for printing stuff. This guy's a printer. So we're literally getting all this guy's printing equipment, all his printing tools, all his printing everything. So that's a junk removal for us. Crazy. So we charge nothing for it. We charge $800 for it. We're literally cleaning out 1,200 square foot, packed to the gills. So what I was going to tell you about is we're interacting with them, and then all of a sudden they wanted to change the deal on us. And Talon was like, "No, you can't do that. We made an agreement. They wanted to take these 2 machines." And he called me up, and I said, "Look, let them sell. They haven't been able to sell anything. Let them sell what they can sell. We're blessed to the nines, dude. We don't need any more than what we get. That's what we're going to do." And, it's the reason I'm bringing this up is it's always better to yield in these kind of situations. Did we make an agreement? Yes. In this situation, it's not a business situation as much as it is a situation where this guy's trying to, he's just trying to put his life together in order because he's going to die soon, which is truly sad. What a nice guy. He's I talked to him about Jesus, and he's good. So, at any rate, it's Remove It Pros, Pure Entrepreneur. Our main site is Remove It Pros Demolition. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.